ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಈಗ ನೋಡು? ನೋಡು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಹಾ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ.
ಹಲೋ.
ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಶರೀಫ್ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಶರೀಫ್ ಶರೀಫ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫುಲ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಫುಲ್ ಆನ್. ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ
ಹ್ಮ್.
ಹಲೋ ಅಭಿಲಾಷ್ ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಶರೀಫ್, ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಸರ್.
ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ. ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಲೋ ಶರೀಫ್. ಹಲೋ 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 ಹಲೋ. ಇದು ಬೇಡ ತೆಗಿ. ಬೇಡ ಈಗ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಹಲೋ 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 ಮುಂಜಾನೆ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ
ಮಾತಾಡ ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡ ಈಗ.
ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ
ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಹಲೋ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಕೇಳಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಇದು ಮಾಡೋದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಹತ್ತಿರ
ಮಾತಾಡ ಈಗ.
ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡು.
ಈಗ ಮಾತಾಡು.
ಹಲೋ
ಹಾ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ತದೆ.
ಇದು ಈಗ ಹಲೋ 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 ಹಲೋ
ಕಾಲ್ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಈಗ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅದು ನಿನ್ನೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ
ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ
ಶರೀಫ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಹಲೋ 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 ನಿರ್ಮಲಾ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಮಸ್ತೆ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಮೇಡಮ್? ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. ಹಲೋ 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 ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಹಲೋ 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 ಕೆಲಸ ಇದೆ ಹಲೋ
ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಮೈಕ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಪ್ಲೇ ಮಾಡಿ
ಮೈಕ್ನೇ ಮಾತಾಡು
ಹಲೋ ಹಲೋ ಹೊಂಟಿದ್ರಿ ಹಲೋ
ಬರ್ತದೆ
ಹಲೋ ಶರೀಫ್, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಈಗ?
Yes, voice is clear. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes sir, ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಡಿಬಲ್ ಸರ್.
But I'm going to. Yeah. Can you hear me now? Better?
Yes sir, now it's better sir. I will give
Right.
you as a co-host sir. Wait 1 second sir.
Right. If you make me co-host, then we can start. Also, give me an idea of who are the people that we have invited today, all principals or some education officers also. Please give me an idea.
Hello, sir. Sir, Uday from Davangere. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you.
Yeah. So our DC has invited all the school teachers, high school teachers and the headmasters and principals,
Yes.
and also PO level officers, and also some of the district level officers of other departments also. Okay. We are sitting at the DC office auditorium. And we are some of the people and teachers who are in the at the DC Davangere level, they are coming over here, and many others are connecting from the remote level on time from their respective offices, like BO office at the taluk levels and EO offices at the taluk levels. They are connecting from there only, and the people who are residing in Davangere, they are coming over here.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for hosting this.
Yeah, thanks.
You have made me the co-host. So,
Yeah, the credit goes to DC sir. He has taken.
right. So we will have our archives copy for ourselves, as well as I think you are live streaming this on YouTube.
Yeah, that's also good.
So
Thanks.
you tell me when
Thank you,
to
sir.
start. I can start.
Yeah. And we are waiting for DC also. Probably.
If
And,
someone wants to introduce, you can do some introduction and we can start.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Namaste to all. Namaskar. Especially all the principals, teachers, and I think I can see DIET here also. People of DIET. So all the gurus, all the teachers.
Circular has gone to all the officers, sir. They are attending from there. They have
Right.
sent the link for them.
Right.
Okay.
So are we going to wait for some time? It is not yet it is 3:27, no? Still 3 minutes to go.
Yeah, I just inquire with DC sir and they'll call you back.
Yeah, you tell me when to start, please.
Hello. Good
Hello.
afternoon sir. Vinod sir, Naveen here.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Sir, DC sir is having another VC, so
Okay.
he will join soon as possible. You can
Right.
continue with program, sir.
We can start. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So,
Yes, sir.
namaste to all. Good afternoon to all of you. And we are really uniquely privileged. I will be speaking in English the whole time, I think. So, I do not know Kannada. So,
One minute. Shall I introduce?
yes.
I will introduce in Kannada. Okay.
Yeah, if you want, you can stop me in the middle to interpret if you feel that is necessary. But
Okay.
I think we can go on to about 15-20 minutes and then you can interpret some things in the middle. I leave that to you whenever you want to stop me in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the first session of seven Saturdays. We have this experience with other places. Before I go into the slideshow, let me speak about one or two of our experiences. We are working in Nasik district of Maharashtra, and there is a spiritual organization there. The name of the spiritual organization is Satsang Foundation. The guru for the organization is Sri M. And they have some 28 centers all over India. And they had sent about 40 people for this 7-day training. By 7 days, we mean now we have decided Saturday is the day for the Davangere. So 2 hours today. So we have decided, I think 3:30 to 5 o'clock. So 1.5 hours today. Like this, every Saturday we'll do. By the 5th session, we will be able to say that the teachers who are coming here can start the Sagarmitra program in their schools. By that, what we mean is, in your school, initially, you will have to select one class. Let us say you decide 8th standard. If there are 3 divisions, 8A, B, C, we leave it up to you whether you want to take all the 3 divisions or only one division. Ideally, for 3 months, while doing this orientation in Sagarmitra or teachers training in Sagarmitra, ideally for 3 months, you should do only on one class, maybe 40 or 50 children. So all the course correction, all the errors which creep in, everything gets polished on one class only for 3 months, and after that you can decide how to expand in your own school. So what we are expecting from the teachers or principals, whoever have come here very graciously or very generously, you have come here as for Sagarmitra teachers training. So the first part is, what do we do once we get trained? After the 5th session, today is the first session. After the 5th session, around that time, we will say to you ki from that day, you can start asking the children to start collecting the plastic which looks like this. Every child will, after that week, start collecting plastic in a bag. I'm going to come to that later. So this is 7-day program, 7 Saturdays. So we are on the first Saturday. Our other experiences in Nashik, we have trained some 28 teachers from Satsang Foundation, and they have started 4 schools over there. And now Nashik is going to have a Kumbh Mela in 2027. So we have now sent a proposal for every single school principal, or every single school will send 2 teachers, and we will be training absolutely 2 teachers from every single school in the district and in the city. So that's a very ambitious program, goes up to 2,500 schools. So we are already involved in this, so we have the syllabus for that. So today when we go into the first session, let me bring the PowerPoint before you. Yeah. Someone can confirm if you can see the PowerPoint slide, and you can see and hear me also. Onkar, one of my colleagues is also
Yes, sir,
here.
it's visible, sir, visible.
Right, you can see me and you can see the... So this is session 1. We will be going through 7 sessions. By the time we go through the 7th session, I trust that the feedback we have from other principals and teachers is, yes, the 7 sessions are necessary. So this is session 1, teachers training, the one again. The organization is called as Sagarmitra Abhiyan. This is about Jalasaksharta, knowing our water cycle. And I know I have a great respect for the teachers who are here and for the staff who are here, for the government officers who are here. Of course, all of us know what is Sagar, which is the ocean. Sagarmitra is, we explain to the children from 5th standard to 12th standard. Usually the school gives us 5th to 9th. 5th to 9th standard is the usual group of children that the school gives to us. So the slides I'm going to show you relate to our experience with 300,000 students over 14 years. So I can reassure the education officers here, the other government officers over here, the principals, the DIET staff who might be here, that we have an experience of 14 years in teaching children, and 300,000 children have gone through the Sagarmitra Abhiyan. Today I will show you what is the end result of that, which is why we have been called to many places to place this case history. This is like a case history I'm placing before you. The name is Sagarmitra. One part of Sagarmitra is that we show the children and their teachers how important it is to know that the ocean is our largest friend. The ocean is our largest friend. And Sagarmitra Abhiyan is, we as human beings have not been very friendly with the ocean. And so if the ocean is our largest friend, then we have to be friendly with the ocean. It is on this particular platform, the friendship of the ocean with humanity and the lack of friendship that humanity is showing to the ocean. And therefore, the case is made before the teachers and the students that let us build back the friendship with the ocean. The broader perspective within which this comes is called Jalasaksharta, the water literacy. Now, the subject in this today's subject is going to be Maitri. We are going to talk about friendship, the context of friendship, not the context of friendship with ocean alone, but the overall context of friendship, because in the study of our ashram, the founder of this Sagarmitra Abhiyan is a think tank named Vishwa Sanskriti Ashram. This Vishwa Sanskriti Ashram is on the banks of a river called Indrayani River. And Vishwa Sanskriti Ashram has studied science for 12 years, spirituality for 12 years, governance, administration, and politics and economics for 12 years. And after 36 years of study, we created this program for children. We don't go into our detailed philosophy with the children, but there has been 36 years of study in this from 1977 to 2012, after which we decided now the program is ready for children. So this program is started by ashram called Vishwa Sanskriti Ashram. It is in essence, as you will see, as educators, as principals, as teachers, as parents of children, as government officers, you will be able to see by the time we complete our 7 sessions that this is essentially an Indian Vedantic, Adhyatmic, that is spiritual program. So this spiritual program trusts that within our children from the age group of 5th standard to 12th standard, there is in their hearts an inner ocean. There is an outer ocean of salt water, fine. That saltwater ocean is polluted. That outer saltwater ocean is a limited ocean on a limited small planet. And that saltwater ocean being polluted is calling for help because human beings are polluting that ocean. Now we trust from our spiritual studies that inside every child in any country, from any religion, from any nation, from any culture, from any language, inside every child, at the heart, there is a Karuna Sagar. There is a Karuna Sagar. Now that Karuna Sagar is a difficult word for the children. For us teachers in teachers training, we can say there is a Karuna Sagar in the child. We say this is Maitri, because where there is Karuna, there is friendship. Where there is Karuna, there is the urge to help. Where there is Karuna, there is the urge to feel the pain of others. So we know that the children have this Karuna Sagar at the most sensitive level in the whole life history of a human being, from the age of 5th standard children to 12th standard children. This Karuna Sagar is the most sensitive, the most sensitive. In the older people, the sensitivity starts dulling out. And then a few people, maybe 1 out of 1 million, they manage to retain the childlike Karuna which is there for the whole universe. So we knew when starting Sagarmitra that the children who sit in our schools, when we count 1st to 4th standard, they are very small, so we don't trouble them. So itne chote bacche, they're very, very small and innocent, we don't want to burden them with any responsibility. From 5th standard, yes, we have found extremely smart children. From 5th to 12th standard, the children have a Karuna Sagar inside them. Karuna Sagar, an entire ocean of compassion. So Sagarmitra is about the outer ocean is in danger. One of the largest pollutions in that ocean is plastic. And the children can be shown the ocean and the danger in which the ocean is there. And when they see the fish are dying because of the plastic, when they see that the ocean greenery is being killed by the plastic, when they see that the birds on the coastline of the ocean, in the islands of the ocean, the birds which fly across the oceans, that they also eat the plastic which is floating on the ocean, and millions of birds are dying, uncounted number of fish are dying. When they see that, the danger in which the crisis of the outer ocean gets reflected within the Karuna Sagar of the child. And the moment that happens, the Karuna Sagar changes the Drushti of the child. There is another Drushti Sagar over here. There is an ocean of consciousness. There is an ocean of compassion. When the ocean of compassion falls in love with the ocean and the birds and the fish and starts saying, oh, our plastic is killing them, then there is a knowledge which starts increasing. The child says, what is happening in the ocean? I want to know about the ocean. And that is where we show them this picture. This is the first slide in which we say we cannot show the human mind. So we show the platform from which we reach the human mind. The platform is the brain. The way from my computer I reach the internet. and all the knowledge on the internet. From my brain, I can reach all the knowledge which is there in the universe. So we show them that inside your mind, when we talk to the children, please bring this picture. Because when Karuna Sagar has been given to us, compassion has been given to every child, we have to test this. Can the children have a compassion for the entire planet? In 2011, that is almost 14 years ago, we started this exercise of Sagarmitra to test the Karuna Sagar inside 150 children. All of you have lived with children, principals, teachers, or education officers. The experiment we are placing before you through Sagarmitra Abhiyan, which is our organization, is we selected one school and 150 children in the age group 5th to 9th standard and placed this picture before them. And we said, look, this is something which your teachers have already placed in the minds. Already every school on my planet in 197 countries, every school is placing this picture before the child. So this job is already done. What is accomplished when the principal and the teachers and the geography teacher and the wall of the school, or if we go into the office or the laboratory, then there is a globe which is there which shows this picture. What is accomplished there? What is accomplished is showing the children what is our original home, hamara ghar, our home, our residence. Our residence is the planet. So already this has been shown to the children. Now there is one part which is not shown to the children as powerfully as it should be shown, and that is that while we have 29% land and 71% water, we have not taken care to look at the forests. Save our land forests. Please look at the slide, the third line. The Sagarmitra goes, Sagarmitra teachers teach the children, save our land forests. This is being taught in the school already. In Hindi we say, ped lagao, ped jagao, plant a tree, save the tree, water the tree, make sure that the tree is alive, rejuvenate the forest. We have been teaching that. Save our land forests. We are adding one thing to that in Sagarmitra, save the ocean forest also. For the principals, for the DIET people, for any NCERT officers who might be here, National Center for Education Research and Training or the Karnataka State Center for Education Research and Training, might be officers are there. Or we are anyway taping this, so we will have the tapes available for them. While in Sagarmitra we say save our land forests, we show the planet and we say, look, there are forests in the ocean also. And ocean forests we have to study. That is why Sagarmitra. And land forests we have to save because they give us oxygen. One of our largest friends is the forest on the land, because the forest on the land gives us oxygen. And a larger friend is the ocean forest, because the forest of the ocean gives us 70% of the oxygen. It's very important to note. The forest on the land, as you can see the continents here, North and South America, Africa, Europe and Asia, and you have here inclusive of the whole belt of Egypt to Pakistan, India to Indonesia, and then all the way up to Australia and New Zealand. All these continents which are there have only 30% of the greenery. Only 30% of the greenery. So we have been teaching them geography. We should actually be teaching the children geohydrography. Or in Hindi we say not just Bhugol, but Bhujalagol. The subject itself has to change. Now this is our talk with NCERT, with MSCERT, with KSCERT, with the DIET people who are here, with the principals who are here, with the teachers who are here, with the officers who are here, education officers who are here. And with everybody here, we are parents. No? We send our children to the schools. And why is it that the school is teaching only Bhugol? Why are they teaching geography? They must be teaching us Bhujalagol or geohydrography. Because the subject itself is not complete, the name of the subject is not complete, we have completely omitted the forest of the ocean. We have completely omitted the forest of the ocean. I can say that 3 times. We have been indifferent towards the forest of the ocean. Session 1 which we are taking now is called as Maitri. Now why are we talking about the forests? The 30% forest on my land, Bhuvanarai, Bhuvanarayi is the forest on the land, terrestrial forest. The 30% forest on my land is my friend, because to my human species and to all the other species, not only human species, to all the living beings, this land forest sends 30% of the oxygen. So that's a very great friend. Today's session one subject is friendship. Maitri, friendship. But what about the forest in the ocean? The forest in the ocean is 70% of the forest is in the ocean. We will be seeing the ocean forests in one entire session. I believe that session comes later. Today we will see a glimpse of it. 70% of the greenery of my planet and your planet, and the planet which we are going to give to our children, which they will inherit, 70% of this ocean is a very great friend of ours. 70% of the forest of the world is in the ocean. The ocean is a great friend. The forest in the ocean is a great friend. And the forest in the ocean gives us 70% oxygen. What does this mean? In very simple terms, just now if we take 5 breaths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths. I have taken 5 breaths. Out of that 3 breaths, the oxygen came from the ocean, from the forest in the ocean. And 2 of the breaths that I took, the oxygen came from the land forests. If we were to stand face to face with God and say to God, save all the trees on my land, and if God granted us the boon and said, all right, all the billions of trees are back on the land, still we will be 70% short, because we have been destroying the trees on the land and we have been destroying the trees in the ocean. And for us to look at the planet, especially today when we say think globally, act locally, for 40 years through the United Nations and all the global bodies, we have been saying to our children, think globally, act locally. Think globally only with one eye, only seeing the forest on the land, which is 30%. With one eye, we are not looking at the globe. Think globally, we are not doing it. If we think globally, with one eye, we will see 30% of the forest on the land, and with one eye, we will see 70% of the forest in the ocean. And we will say, look, the ocean is giving us so much friendship, and the land with its forests is giving us a lot of friendship. So here we link the word Maitri or friendship with the first session. The first session is about Maitri, the friendship given by the land forest by giving us oxygen, the friendship given by the ocean forest by giving us oxygen, and the third, the Karuna Maitri, which is there in the child. The Karuna Sagar in the child has waves of Maitri, friendship in it. So when the child sees, when we show, I'll show you in brief a little later, when we show the plastic and how it is destroying life in the ocean, when we show how the ocean is a blue nation and the bird which lives there is a blue citizen, human beings are living on the brown land, so we are brown citizens, and the birds live in the trees, in the nest. Human beings don't live in the trees in the nest, so those are green citizens, and the trees themselves are green citizens. So we have blue citizens, we have green citizens, and we have brown citizens, human beings. Now, why are we ignoring the blue citizens? All the life in the ocean we are ignoring. 70% of the forest is in the ocean, we are ignoring that. So we do not have a right to ignore the citizens of our planet. Here in the child, right from this language, the Maitri, their Karuna Maitri, which resides in their heart, which resides in the Karuna Sagar over there, in the heart chakra, which is called as the Anhat chakra. Their Karuna Maitri starts extending beyond the land up to the ocean. And they say, because now we are conscious of what is happening on the planet, now we will not only save the trees in the land forest, but we will save the trees in the ocean forest. That way we can save our planet. We cannot ignore the ocean. So here, this particular slide, it takes us only 2-3 minutes for the children because we take very brief for them. But because we are in teachers training, myself, along with us are 2-3 people I can see. Vishal Sonkul is there, our coordinator from Jalgaon, who is managing 80 schools and 56,000 students who now look at the entire planet, and they know that land forests are only 30% forest and ocean forests are 70%. It is very important for us as educationists to know that if there is one point that we want to place in the syllabus of every school on our planet, every school in our planet, not just Indian schools, not just schools from Maharashtra, not just schools from Karnataka, every school on our planet, we want to place this fact that friendship is important because nature is friendly with us. We get oxygen, we get the heat from the sunlight, we get the water to drink. Nature is friendly. Nature is everything which is friendship with us. But out of all the friendship that nature gives us, the largest friend is the ocean, the largest friend. So we will come to that, why we say that the ocean is the largest friend. One small part I've already spoken. The ocean gives us 70% of the forests. Now let us go one step ahead. What about the forests on the land? Or for that matter, even any agricultural greenery on the land. That also gives oxygen, along with giving us our grain and along with giving us vegetables, along with giving us the fruit. The greenery on the land, even the agricultural greenery, is also giving us oxygen. If we look at the greenery on the land for some time, 30% of the greenery on the land. This 30% greenery is kept alive by the rain.
ब्लूटूथ से कनेक्टेड है.
I'll come back to the forests on the greenery on the land. The greenery on the land is kept alive by the water which comes through the rain. We may use tap water, we may use sprinklers, but finally, unless it rains every year, take case of India like any other country, unless it rains every year, our rivers will not be refilled. The main water recharging is done by the ocean. Ocean rises up as the clouds. The ocean comes to us. The ocean is giving us the rain. Now look at the surprise here. 70% of the water, which is salt water, is keeping alive the saltwater forest. And the sweet water, which is coming from the rain, is keeping alive the land forest, the forest on the land. But then the rain is coming from the ocean. So it's the ocean keeping away, the ocean is keeping alive both the forests. The saltwater forest is kept alive by the ocean because the saltwater forest is in the ocean and on the coastline. The land forest is kept alive by the ocean because the ocean sends the rain in order to keep alive the 30% forest which is there on the land. Now here we see why the ocean is important. The ocean is extremely important. The ocean gives us 100% of the rain. One. So the ocean is a friend. Today's subject is Maitri. I said the ocean is our largest friend. How is it that the ocean is our friend? The ocean gives us 100% of the salt water in order to keep alive the saltwater forest. The ocean gives us the rainwater, which is the sweet water, takes away the salt, changes into the clouds. The clouds we call as the floating ocean. It's a floating ocean. And the floating ocean you can see in your city also. And then the floating ocean drops the drops on you and it rains and all the greenery on the ground is also kept alive. So the point I was making is we place before the children, the water is given by the ocean, 100% of the water, whether it is salt water or whether it is sweet water. The second point is that is why all the greenery stays alive. So all the forests are kept alive by the ocean water. The ocean water comes in the rains. The third part is because the ocean keeps all the greenery alive, the ocean is giving us all the oxygen. If the ocean did not keep all the trees alive, the ocean forest and the land forest, we would not have our oxygen. So the ocean is giving us water 100%, forest 100%, oxygen 100%, and the last part is greenery is at the base of the food chain. So whether it is green leafy vegetables, whether it is vegetables, whether it is fruit, whether it is grain from the greenery, which is our agriculture, or whether it is the green, which is green phytoplankton and plankton which are there in the oceans, the algae which are there, the kelp which is there, the mangrove which is there on the coastlines. Without that greenery, there will be no food chain in the ocean also. So the ocean is giving us solid food because all the greenery gives us food. So ocean is giving us 100% food. The ocean is giving us 100% trees. Ocean is giving us 100% water. ocean is giving us 100% oxygen. So what is it that the ocean does not give? So for the children, the first part we want to impart to them, which is the subject of today's 1.5 hours. Maybe for 45 minutes I will be speaking. Then we can have some interactive also, and then some more. The first point is, session 1 is about Maitri. Entire nature is our friend. Within that, for children, it is very difficult to tell them how the entire symbiosis and web of life of nature, how nature is our friend. Very complex and large subject. But children know one water body. They may not know their local river. But thanks to the teachers, thanks to the schools, for the last 40 years, thanks to the printing press, thanks to the internet, they know this map, this particular map. Let me go back to that map. This particular map, our teachers have already shown them. So they already know that there is a water body called ocean, and the ocean is our biggest friend. 100% food, 100% greenery, 100% water, 100% oxygen the ocean gives us. So they realize the meaning of why we are calling this program as Sagarmitra Abhiyan. Realizing that the ocean is our biggest friend is what they realize. Now, once they realize that ocean is our biggest friend, then are we friends with the ocean or not is the question which comes. Let's go to the second slide. I'm going to repeat here whether the government, Bal Bharati and textbook making organizations, NCERT, DIET or KCERT, Maharashtra State CERT, whether they reach the decision quickly or not. Please ask the children while teaching them Sagarmitra to open their geography book or their geography notes or wherever they are taking notes and to write Bhugol there and then Bhujalagol. The write geography and then write the improved version, which is geohydrography. This is a note for all textbook makers also. For everyone who is teaching geography to our children, that we must teach them geohydrography. Bhujalagol, we will bring about a constitutional amendment in which we will urge the Education Ministry to change the heading of the subject. And the constitutional amendment will be asked for in the history of democracy, first time in the world, by 1 million children signing on it. Then we will take it to the Member of Parliament, maybe MP of Davangere. From all over Karnataka and Maharashtra, we can take the children's signatures after the children have joined Sagarmitra. If they are Sagarmitra children who are saving the ocean already. And we can have an amendment saying, from henceforth, the textbooks in my India, in my Karnataka, in my Maharashtra, will teach Bhugol as Bhujalagol, geography as geohydrography, because the moment we change this name for all Indian textbooks, every parent in the world is going to ask, for 80 years, for 100 years, we have been teaching geography. Why are you changing this to geohydrography? Because the children are insisting on it. 1 million children will sign and ask for this change. Because we said Bhugol, we have ignored the ocean. And today also, even with adults, when I talk with even IS officers for whom we go for refresher courses in water management, when we say to them that we have been ignoring the 70% forests which are there in the ocean, and that forest is in more danger than the forest on the land, most of the adults I meet are unaware of the urgency of the crisis in the ocean. So I wanted to make this point about even the children have made us so powerful now. 150 children changed to 10,000 children in 1 year, then 21,000, then 41,000. Then when there were 61,000 children in 2015, they got a global award, which is called as Ocean Hero. We will show you that award later. They got an Ocean Hero award because the children collected plastic like this. Let me show you the bag of plastic. 100 grams, 200 grams of dry plastic inside their house. They collected in a very safe way. We asked them to collect only inside the house, never outside the house. It is a homework which has to be done at home. So they pick up plastic, some few pieces in a bag and bring it to school once in a month. But they do it with this in mind that the plastic is destroying the ocean because the ocean has forest and the plastic is destroying the ocean forest. The plastic is destroying millions of fish. The plastic is destroying millions of birds. When they see that, that the ocean is in danger, the outer Sagar or outer ocean is in danger, their inner ocean of Karuna, that becomes alive. And they say, let me do something for this fish, let me do something for the ocean. And so we say to them, now remember the second thing. Here is a small movie I'm going to show you. The end result of that is the children collect plastic and bring like this. I hope the movie will show. This is the end result of the program. After giving them the talk, which takes 45 minutes, after which please compulsorily keep 45 minutes interaction with the children. So that interaction is extremely important because they ask 1,000 questions about the ocean. In this teacher's training, we will get the answers to their future questions. And they ask 1,000 questions about the plastic also. So the end result of our teaching, which we will see after the 5th session, we will be saying to the teachers who come here for training that you can talk to the children, and then after that, after 1 month, after the 5th session, after 1 month, the children will bring their first batch of plastic like this. Please see that all the children are smiling. You know, they are not picking up a garbage from outside. They are picking up clean plastic from home. It's a homework. This is how it gets collected. Every bag full of plastic weighs not more than 2 to 2.5 kilograms. Plastic is very light. So totally here 5 bags you can see. These 5 bags represent 10 kilograms of plastic. Now this is very important for us to know. What is the meaning of this 10 kilograms of plastic? This is a single school, no? This school had about 700 students. So five bags full of plastic is 10 kilograms of plastic, looks like this. If this plastic were to break into microparticles which are 1 mm to 3 mm, this 10 kilograms of plastic will spoil and pollute 1 square kilometer of ocean. 1 square kilometer of ocean. So these children, they have actually done a great job. They have collected 10 kilograms of plastic in that month. Remember that every month they bring. And that has saved 1 square kilometer of biodiversity. So it is a quantified result. For this work, they got the Ocean Hero Award from Five Guys Institute. I will speak about the award later sometime. So the expected result of our program I have shown. You know, our program should be administrative in nature. This is not about theories. These children are actually bringing enough plastic that a 1 square kilometer lake would have been polluted by it. That 10 kilos of plastic broken into pieces. One more thing we must understand, as students of the ocean, students of the water cycle, as students of plastic, when the plastic is exposed to the sunlight, let us say the plastic was on the ground near a river. When the plastic is exposed to the sunlight, the ultraviolet rays of the sun will break the plastic into small particles. And this plastic, if it was there as a kachra, as a garbage thrown here and there, then that would have broken down under the sunlight and would have been particles of 1 mm, 2 mm, 5 mm. So this 10 kilograms would have spoiled a 1 square kilometer lake or 1 square kilometers of a river or 1 square kilometer of the ocean, because the plastic reaches the ocean finally. Plastic finally reaches the ocean. So I am glad I could show you the end result. Any principal, any DIET officer, any KSCERT officer over here who are looking at the syllabus, this is an extracurricular project. So we want this to be the 7th and 8th standard lesson as Sagarmitra. And we can say that the children should bring 30 pieces, 1 piece every day. It's a homework. No, it is not like they are not our labor to send them into the city to clean up the whole plastic. They are not our labor. They are our prince and princess, Rajkumar and Rajkumari. So from the first day, we call these children as Rajkumar and Rajkumari. And we say to them, this plastic that you collect, you see this plastic this girl has fetched? She is a Rajkumari. We are not going to ask her to collect this outside the house. No, not at all. They are very small. Safe for them is collect inside the house. That too, they are not going to wash any dirty plastic. These are our children. They are Rajkumar and Rajkumari. We are giving them homework. from 5th standard to 11th, they are only going to learn about plastic. So their contact with the plastic should be clean. We are not asking them to handle dirty plastic. That is for the older people to do. We have another program for the district, which is for Sagar Sankul, that is for the housing societies. There the older people can think about washing the plastic. But please don't ask any child in over enthusiasm to wash the dirty plastic. Let them take that decision only when they are 18 years old. Till that time, they are our children, they are our Rajkumar, they are our Rajkumari. We should have Karuna for them. We have a Karuna Sagar inside us for them. We are asking them to do a great work, to hold the entire ocean in their heart. And for the fish which is dying 1,000 miles away, you know, in Pune, there is no ocean which can be seen. But the children are aware in their heart that some fish is dying because of my plastic or someone's plastic. So to save that, I will not throw plastic. So when they bring this plastic, they bring it for the sake of the ocean. Please remember, they bring it only from home, only clean and dry plastic. Never ever ask a Rajkumar or Rajkumari to collect plastic outside. It is dangerous. If they go to a lake and start picking there, they might fall into the lake. My Rajkumari might fall into the lake. If they go to the corner where a lot of rubbish is thrown by people, there might be a dog which bites my Rajkumar. Please, even in your thinking, we must shudder. We must be afraid of telling them to pick this up outside. So it becomes an easy program. It's a very easy program for children. The parents also do not object. You pick up the clean plastic at home, put it in a bag for 1 month. There is no smell to the bag. There are no ants or cockroaches on the bag because they are putting only plastic. They must do it for 1 month. Because then it passes the smelling test, it passes the ant test, and it passes the cockroach test. They don't put any food material inside. None of the plastic should have food inside it. No chutney, no sauce, no milk. So the children are collecting only clean plastic. Okay. So they always succeed in doing that. This is something which we want to show all of you, we show this as the third picture to the children. Take a look at the ocean forests. Because we have been teaching Bhugol, geography, we have been looking at only the forests on the land, or conservators or Ministry of Forest doesn't look at the forest in the ocean because they say, this is not in my nation. This is not in my district. I am a commissioner of a city. This is not in my city. This greenery is not in my city. Then they say, this is not in my district. If it is a divisional commissioner, they will say, this is not in my division. If it is the chief secretary, or if it is the chief minister of the state, they will say, this is not in my state. A prime minister will say, or the president of USA will say, Donald Trump, this is not in my nation. So the very way in which we have drawn the nation needs educational correction. Now, if I go here into this forest is also a place where a lot of rich biodiversity, including fish, are there. Now, if I ask the fish to speak to us, the fish will speak to me if I am a principal of a school. He'll say, if your country is India, why don't you drop the plastic in India? This is our blue nation. Why are you throwing that plastic into our blue nation? We fish are the blue citizens. And the greenery will say, we are green citizens of the blue ocean. You can throw your plastic and dirt where you live on the brown nation. Why are you dumping it here? When it is convenient to not take the responsibility, they are saying, this is not in my map. The ocean is not in my map. Then why are you throwing there, sir? I can ask this question to myself. I will look in the mirror and ask myself, Vinod, why are you throwing in that? Because I should throw in my own nation. I don't own the ocean. Why am I throwing the dirty stuff there? How do we throw plastic in the ocean is what we have to say. But I wanted to show you the size of the forest. You see, this forest is in the Pacific Ocean along the equator. If you see USA over here, you can find enough area. Three areas of USA will be covered by this. And 7 to 9 Indias. That is how big the forest is. It's a floating forest. It's a moving forest. It's not like the forest on the land. So now that we are into Bhujalagol geohydrography, now we can dare to think, let us look at, because our subject now includes the word Jala, hydro. Now we are looking at the forest in the ocean. Otherwise, why would we look at it? You see the North Pacific forest. This is the equatorial forest, and there is one southern forest also. Massive forest. This forest is 17,000 kilometers long. The upper one is about 11,000 kilometers long. Massive forest. We don't have this big forests on the land. These forests are destroyed by plastic. We will see how they do it. Plastic is more dangerous than any other thing that we are using to destroy nature. Let me place before you the statistics here. Let's let the earth turn a little bit more. Let's come to India. Right here we are. We can see almost equal parts of land and water here because the vast Pacific is on the other side. I just want to confirm. Onkar, can we see the picture and the animation while I'm talking? Can someone reply? Can we see the animation?
No animation, sir.
But can you see the planet at least?
Planet is visible, sir, but
Planet is visible. Okay. So you can see some land and you can see some ocean, right?
yes, sir.
Ishan? Yeah. So let me go into
Picture
the.
is still, sir. No animation, sir.
That is okay. It is the same
Yeah.
picture, no? Sagar Manthan, Sagar Kumbh picture.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So it doesn't matter if there is no animation because I am animating it now.
Yeah, now it's animating, sir.
Right.
Yes, it's working, sir. Yeah.
I deliberately stopped it. Now we are on India now. Now there is some part which we don't necessarily talk to the children, but as teachers, as principals, as NCERT, MSCERT, KSCERT, as DIET, we should know that 360 million square kilometers is the area of the ocean. 360 square kilometers area of the ocean. The area of the land is 160 million square kilometers. 360 million square kilometers ocean. 160 million square kilometers is the land. Now, what is the plastic pollution on the ocean? The plastic pollution is 120 million square kilometers already. The plastic pollution is 120 million square kilometers. When you will see the satellite maps which show the plastic pollution, any human being should be afraid. Our heart should quake. What is this that we are doing? 160 million square kilometers is our land. And from there, through the river, we have sent 120 square kilometers of plastic to cover the ocean. And the ocean is 360 million square kilometers. On that, already 120, one third of the ocean, already the surface, we have polluted with plastic, one third of the ocean. Now, how do we get an idea of Bhujala Gola here? If you count all the rivers in India, if you count all the rivers in China, all the rivers in Africa, all the rivers in USA, all the rivers in Europe, all the rivers on my planet and your planet, and if you put them side by side and make a green picture, a blue picture of all the rivers together, the total surface area of all the rivers on my planet is 1 million square kilometers. The total surface area of the water in the rivers is only 1 million square kilometers. And our plastic pollution on the ocean is 120 million square kilometers. 120 times the total area of the water on the land. The total area of the water and lakes on the land is 1 million square kilometers. And our plastic pollution in the ocean is already 120 million square kilometers. Now we are doing a horrible job. That 120 million square kilometers of plastic, which is covering one third of the ocean, has gone through our rivers, no? We are using the river as our drainage. So for India, our river become the drain pipe to throw the plastic into the ocean. And we are ready to say administratively, educationally, that my nation ends at the border that we draw. And so we come to the next subject. In Pune, this is a river. Now you can imagine whichever is the river in Davangere. Think of that river. You can see from both sides there is a sloping ground. you see the ground slopes towards the river. The entire city slopes towards the river. So when plastic is thrown on the ground in the city, you can find at so many places plastic is thrown. If we throw 100 pieces in the city, 30 of those pieces will stay on the land. 30 of those pieces will be burnt along with the leaves. So 30% of the plastic is polluting the land, 30% of the plastic is polluting the air, and 30% of the plastic because of the slope. There is a slope to the ground. The plastic comes through the nalas and from the ground itself during rainy season and falls into the river. 30% of the plastic is coming to the river. Only 10% plastic on my planet and your planet, including the Western countries, only 10% plastic is being segregated. By segregation, we mean at home, the people are intelligent enough that they keep a bag in which they keep the clean plastic aside. Clean plastic, dry plastic, not the dirty plastic with the annam in it, not the dirty plastic with the food in it, not the dirty plastic with the rice and the dal in it, the rice and the rasam, whatever is left over today, what we in Hindi say basi khana, in Marathi we say shira, or in English we say stale food. So plastic and stale food, all of that which is wrapped together, the children are not collecting that, they are collecting only clean plastic because they know that the plastic which is on the land is going to the river. 30% goes to the river. Now here you will see, why are we talking about this? Because for 10 years, from 2003 to 2012 actually, but we were with the organization as trustees from 2003 to 2010. This organization is called Jaladindi. I have not written the name here, Jaladindi. And we went on boats like this. We went through our rivers. One day with the rowing boat, you can cover 35 to 40 kilometers. And you can see the plastic going in front of you and you are chasing it on your boat. These boats are called as kayaks. If we make a large picture out of this, I am there in this boat. Okay. And these are the students of the engineering college. These are about 100 because only half are seen here. Another 50 are ahead. And these are those amongst them who want to be in the water, though the water is very dirty. If you fall in the water and it goes inside, you will fall sick. If it goes into your eyes are going to be red for a week. But these children have the courage and the written permission of their parents. We are talking about college children, not school children here. These are college children who are more than 18 years old. They come along with us and we chase the plastic. What did we do for this 10, 12 years? From 2003 is nearly 20 years ago. We chased the plastic on the river. How did we chase it? This is how we go. 36 kilometers to 40 kilometers, sometimes 70 kilometers in the day. This is one of the most. Here is a piece of plastic you see. Because this is a dam, you'll find the plastic near the dam. The whole plastic comes and latches to the dam, you know. So, but we could not drink the water. This video is from 2003, 20 years ago, 24 years ago. 2003 is 21 years ago. 21, 22 years ago. We could not drink the water there. We actually went and saw the plastic. So, I'm not going to go into the pictures of the plastic. We'll go into that. Yeah. So, this is one of the few slides where we have some text because we want to place the case history before you. By doing this, I'll go back. By studying the plastic in the rivers, we came back to tell the children how much plastic is there in the river and how the river takes the plastic to the ocean. And as a result, what did the children do? They bought the plastic here so that the plastic should not go into the river. That is why they are bringing the plastic. Please understand. It should not go to the river and should not go to the ocean. So the end result of our journey is that we started Sagarmitra Abhiyan. In 2003, we saw the plastic in the river. It took us up to 2011, 8-9 years before we started. 150 students were enrolled first in 2011. This is an ethical leadership project, which is a people's movement now. 150 students in 2011. By 2021, we had reached 2.5 lakh students in 250 schools in 3 cities. And by 2021, we had 35,000 families in 182 housing societies. Today, we have 250 housing societies, about 50,000 families, in addition to the 300,000 students in 6 cities. In the year 2020, despite the COVID-19 pandemic, we went home to home and collected 100 tons in the year. Our volunteers wore the whole COVID costume also. Because the ocean is so important that even during COVID, we did not stop our work. The ocean problem still persists. COVID we have solved. COVID got solved in 2 years. The ocean problem will take up to 2070 to solve, provided we can bring Sagarmitra into every school on the planet. So in the year 2020, because the problem of the ocean plastic pandemic is larger, during COVID also we kept collecting plastic, 100 tons. Then 2021, the second year of COVID, we managed to collect 117 tons and the work goes on. We are helped very much by 3 companies, Cummins India and Suzlon and Umicore. They give us the vehicles and the expenses which are there. And the children have done a program which is called as a Head, Hearts, Hands training program. Learn friendship of the ocean with the head and thinking. Be a friend of the ocean with the heart. And then express the friendship with the hands by stop polluting the ocean. So it is a Head, Heart, Hands program. Those amongst us who are well versed in the Indian Upanishads and Vedas and Vedant will know that Head, Heart and Hands training is a simple name for Jnana Bhakti Karma Yoga. This program is a Jnana Bhakti Karma Yoga program. In their Jnana, they become Sagar Yogi. With their heart, they become Sagar Bhakta, one with the ocean. And with their hands, they become Sagar Sevak. So this is a Head, Heart, Hands program started by an NGO called the Academic Advisors. But now there is another NGO which helps us called Jail Biradari. And another NGO which helps us, the name of the NGO is Sankalpa Foundation from Jalgaon. Mr. Vishal Sonkul here is with us there. And there are several NGOs now joining, along with Satsang Foundation also. Several NGOs. We don't see them as joining us. We are actually joining them. We don't see you as joining us. We are joining you. You are the Punya Bhumi. We are the rain which comes once in a while. So we will come once in a while and talk about this and we'll go away. The basic problem has to be solved by the people who live on the Punya Bhumi. So we are today with your Punya Bhumi, which is Davanagere. I believe the original name is Devanagari. What better name can be there for a city? Devanagari. So it's a Punya Bhumi. So we come here with our heads bowed before you with a namaskar. You have given us a chance to speak about a difficult subject like education. And hum zarurat karte, we are daring to speak to you about education in this way. In 2021, we had recycled 117 tons. This program has grown from strength to strength. Total waste plastic recycled from 2011 to 2024 is 1,000 tons. That is 1 million kilos. Every 10 kilos would have spoiled 1 square kilometer of ocean. So we asked the children to do the mathematics themselves. 1,000 tons has been saved. Now it will go much larger because we are getting very big platforms. This chart we will send to you on WhatsApp. Almost everything we do in the 7 sessions. Today we are taking only 1 session. Almost everything we take in the 7 sessions is given here. There is something important I want to point out. When the Sagarmitra children go for 3-4 years through Sagarmitra, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, they ask many questions. The teachers get trained. They become trained in 17 Sustainable Development Goals automatically because Sagarmitra deals with all the 17. Today we are only orienting you. We won't go into all the 17, right? In one of the 7 sessions, we go into 17 SDGs. The children are also being oriented in the 11 duties of the national citizen. If you see the second, in the Indian Constitution, in the Constitution of India, Article 51A, which is about the duties of the Indian citizen, the 7th duty, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, 11 duties are there. Now the 7th duty is the duty G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 51AG of the Constitution of India puts the responsibility on the Indian citizen, on everybody. It shall be the duty of every citizen of India to protect and improve the natural environment, including forests, lakes, rivers, and wildlife, and to have compassion for living creatures. Our constitution written and ratified, it was ratified in 1950, not in 1947. 1950, it was ratified as a constitution. It was validated as a constitution. After that, there were some amendments. One of the amendments which came was 51A. Because earlier, the Article 51 used to speak about the duties of the state. And 51A came in as the duties of the citizen. And there are 11 duties which are given. And our Sagarmitra child, as they grow from 5th to 6th to 7th to 8th to 9th to 10th to 11th to 12th, they realize that in Sagarmitra, they complete all the 11 duties. All the 11 duties given in the Indian Constitution are completed by our Sagarmitra child. Out of that, initially of interest is the duty, which is the 7th duty. That duty is that we will take care of the forest, we will take care of the lake, we will take care of the river, we will take care of the wildlife. But do you see something is missing over here? The Constitution does not say that as the citizen of India, I will take care of the ocean. Because the Constitution believes that the ocean is not in India. It is not inside our map, sir. How can it be our administrative responsibility? That is the logic which comes. I'm not criticizing. I'm just emotional about it. I'm passionate about it, which we should be. So the children at this young age realize that if they write down this duty, add the ocean to it. So they are leaders. Before the adults have put in the ocean there, the children have not only put in the ocean, but they have fetched 1,000 tons and recycled it, sent it for recycling in order to save the ocean. So Sagarmitra gives us 17 SDGs for global citizenship, because the 17 Sustainable Development Goals are the 17 priorities given to the nation. India signed on it. That means every state has signed on it. That means every citizen has signed on it. And that means the child of the citizen should learn it. That means the family should teach the 17 SDGs. My parents may not have taught me, but my children will learn from me. Our children will learn the 17 SDGs. Their children are going to learn it. Sagarmitra is an excellent and simple vehicle, very simple vehicle, very safe vehicle, where every child in the school comes into the initial learning of 17 SDG. 5th standard, let's not trouble them with that. 7th, 8th standard, they start learning 17 SDGs, and by the time they come to 12th, they will know 17 SDGs, and they can say, because I bring this plastic, I fulfill all the 17 SDGs. They can say, because I bring this plastic every month to school and send it for recycling, I am fulfilling all the 11 duties of the national citizen. So they are not only global citizens, but they are national citizens. And the last part with which I'll conclude for today. After that, we'll have some 10-15 minutes of interaction. The last part is, India has introduced in the year 2020 the National Education Policy. This National Education Policy has 4 themes. These themes we are going to look at. I'll go a little bit ahead to look at the themes. You know, I think it is one of the earlier slides. I'll bring the themes of the National Education Policy before you. This is SDGs. This is National Education Policy paragraph. This is it. There is a program now called School Quality Assessment Assurance Framework. All the principals will know about it. DIT people will know about it. And the NCERT, MSCERT, KSCERT people will know about it. Karnataka State Center for Education Research and Training. That there is an audit which will happen on all schools in India. 2005, in 2020, we came up with the National Education Policy. That education policy is going to audit every school. That audit is called as the SQAAF audit. In that audit, there are 4 things which are going to be tested. 4 things. There are many things. There is a 180-page document which is a guide to how to change our school so that it fulfills the National Education Policy and so on. But for us as Sagarmitra, we find that there are 4 main themes which are being given in the National Education Policy. Please understand, National Education Policy is for building the character of the nation. It is not an educational policy. It is a character building policy. So to build the character of the child, a character of a human being requires these 4 things according to the national education policy. Now, this is not us speaking. According to the national education policy, all schools will be audited on whether the syllabus, the teachers, and the students, to what extent have we prepared them in their scientific temper. But there is a corollary to this. Scientific temper up to understanding the global climate crisis, which cannot be understood without understanding the ocean. That is what we are adding. Cannot understand the climate crisis without understanding the ocean, because the cooling influence of 70% forest of the ocean we will not understand. The cooling influence of 70% of the forest of the ocean, we are not even looking at it. So scientific temper up to understanding the global climate crisis is a part of our education now. Next, the national education policy is going to audit under SQAAF, School Quality Assessment Assurance Framework, which will be an annual audit. Scientific temper as well as spiritual values. If you download the NEP 2020 and look at the paragraph number 11.8, it summarizes this 4. So it says spiritual values and gives a list of spiritual values. Out of that, the most important 2 spiritual values in the world are given. National education policy will ask the school, have you prepared the spiritual values of the student in terms of their karuna and in terms of their ahimsa, in terms of their compassion, which is karuna, and in terms of their ahimsa, which is non-violence. So we can say, yes, the children have karuna, that is compassion for the ocean and for the fish and the birds. And when they collect this, they save the lives of the fish and the birds. When my school collects 10 kilograms of plastic, we have saved the biodiversity of 1 square kilometer of ocean. Yes, we are into non-violence also. We are not just into Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, but Swachh and Ahimsak Bharat Abhiyan. So, the Sagarmitra school will satisfy scientific temper and will satisfy spiritual values with the detail. Scientific temper up to understanding the global climate crisis and the cooling effect of the ocean. Spiritual values up to creating in the children a compassion for the ocean and a service to the ocean, which actually helps the ocean by creating non-violence. If we don't throw plastic, we are non-violent. If we throw plastic, we are violent, because that is killing the birds and the fish. So the Sagarmitra school can get all the marks for scientific temper and for spiritual values and for community engagement. In Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad, we managed to reach 250,000 children. That means 500,000 parents. No, this is a Balak to Palak program. The child starts collecting plastic at home, the parents also give him plastic. So for every single child which is changed, 2 parents change. So our count of 2.5 lakhs, that is 250,000, goes up to 750,000. 7.5 lakhs out of 1.2 crores. We have managed to reach 7.5 lakhs, about 7% of the population, with only 2 employees. Everybody else in Sagarmitra is volunteers. So we are into a very big level of community engagement. The children with their small hands and the parents helping them are keeping aside 3 tons of plastic every week. 3 tons means 3,000 kilograms of plastic every week. That means they are saving, if you divide by 10, about 300 square kilometers of water body from pollution. It's a massive amount of preventive work. The plastic doesn't go to the water only. It goes to the factory for recycling, for making a new chair, for making a new bucket. That just doesn't go back to nature, doesn't spoil nature. So community engagement, the children are doing in a very big way. Can you imagine the community engagement of the first 150 children? They engaged their school in an activity whereby from the community, now 250 schools and 250,000 students of 2 cities. Pune is twin city, Pune and Pimpri Chinchwad. That was a community engagement. We may talk in this voice about Sagarmitra, but actually the children have spoken with their hands. They have not spoken with their voice, no? They have spoken with their hands. They have shown their love for the fish and the birds through this. They have shown their community engagement here. They have shown their scientific temper here. They have shown their spiritual value here. They have shown their community engagement here. Because for Pune city, they are picking up 3 tons of plastic. 3 tons is a very big number. It is like 4 truckloads. Children are picking up at home, picking 20, 30 pieces, but large number of children are doing it. So community engagement by changing the nature of the city and the nature of the city's approach to garbage. And the last one is global citizenship. I was so thankful as a citizen, as a senior citizen. I'm 66 years old. I was so thankful for all my grandchildren and all the grandchildren of everybody, that global citizenship is given in the national education policy in a wonderful way. The children are global citizens because they don't say this ocean is not inside India. They say this ocean is the outer water tank. The lakes and the rivers inside India are the inner water tank. Both these are mine. I live in an apartment house. There, the inner pipes and the inner tank is mine, but the outer community tank is also mine. So, India stretches up to the ocean. The Bhukhanda of India is the map we draw as a revenue map or the political map. That is the Bhukhanda of India. And the Jalakhanda of India is the water. That is the ocean. That is the environment of India. We have to save India, we'll have to save its surroundings. No? So India and her environment is India. A child and the school around the child is the child. The child and the environment that the family creates around the child is the child. Child is not an isolation island, no. That way, India is not isolated from nature. So India means India surrounded by nature. So global citizenship comes to the child when they start caring about the ocean. When the children graduate later, 8th standard, 9th standard, some smart children graduate through our special programs which are there, called Sagarmitra Captain. Not for all the children. The children who show a spark of spirituality, the children who show a spark of leadership, the children who show a spark of scientific temper, we invite them to our 2-year program. That is a leadership program. It comes free when they come to college. So our program is for scouting out those leaders. The scientific leader, the spiritual leader, the community leader will come out of these children. We give them a 2-year leadership course at our ashram. In that ashram, which is called Vishwa Sanskruti, their primary teaching is global citizenship. In Sagarmitra, because they fall in love with the ocean, they already go beyond the borders of the nation. They already go beyond the borders of their religion also. Because none of the religions in the world is taking the responsibility of the ocean. They are not taking the responsibility of the ocean. So the children come into the religion called Karuna Maitri. Why do we need a name for that religion? The children can ask this question, that our religion is Karuna Maitri with the fish and the birds. Please tell us what is the religion that the fish and the bird belong to. We don't care what they belong to. They are dying and so we have Karuna and so we will help them. So the religion of the future doesn't have a name, sir. It is Karuna Maitri. So the children come into a global citizenship, which is even a cosmic citizenship, a universal citizenship, which is spiritual. So for the principals, for the NCERT people, for the Karnataka State DIET people, for the Karnataka State Center for Education, Research and Training people, for those who are the principals here, or most respected principals or gurus, because you train our children, or most respected teachers or gurus, you train our children, or education officers, aapko Sashtang Namaskar. You have created these schools. You have shown the planet to them already. When we ask the children about the ocean, they already know the ocean. You have done half the job, sir. You have done 90% of the job. You have shown the children that this is our home. The planet is their home. You have created through the government and the teachers and the principals, you have created the national education policy. Everything is already done. Done by you. The global leadership to change from Mano to Vishwa Mano. From just an Indian citizen to a citizen who's also a citizen of the Blue Nation. A citizen who's also an ocean citizen. So, for a principal, for an educationist, Sagarmitra becomes very important because the 4 values which are decided by the Indian government through Niti Aayog and through principals and through educationists who have 40 years of experience, 60 years of experience, they have decided these 4 values. This came in 2020. In 2011, 10 years ago, we had already started teaching these values in Sagarmitra. I will rest my case here. We have a lot of teachers and principals. This is in Hindi. I'm not going to go into that. Next time we are going to go some details. I'm going to stop the sharing here. I think I spoke of the importance of teachers. I spoke of the importance of the students. I just want to speak a little bit more about that. I'll speak up to 4:45, another 4-5 minutes. All of us are spiritual because we are from this divine place called India. What a wonderful thing that we are in Devanagari, the city of God, the divine city. to speak about this, to speak about the future of our children, which is a sacred purpose. No, it is our sacred responsibility. Within this sacred responsibility, let us see who are these children. They are the most important citizens of my planet and your planet. Even the adults are not that important. That is why we selected children. 5th standard to 12th standard. This age group is children of God. भगवान ने भेजे हुए फरिश्ते हैं. मराठी में देवाने पाठवलेले देवदूत आहेत. वैसे कहो तो भगवान ही है. They are gods. Simple reason, these children are having the largest satsang in the world. Largest satsang in the world. I don't even know of any avatara who had a satsang that big in the last 8,000 years. 1 billion children. 1 billion children sit in schools and colleges every day. 1 billion children. I don't know any religion which can bring together 1 billion people every day, day after day, 6 days a week for years together. We have missed it. There is a saltwater sagar, there is a Karuna sagar, and there is a Balak sagar. There is an ocean of children, sir. There is an ocean of children. There are 1 billion children. They sit in one place every day. That is their satsanga. And from 5th standard to 12th standard, please let us count this. 8 years. 5th and 6th, 2 years. 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th, 9th and 10th, 11th and 12th. This is 8 years. For 8 years, this satsang sits. Children. Where do they sit? Is it a school? No. It is a divine place. It is a sacred house of learning. In the mandir, in the temple of learning, they sit. And the largest satsang without any guru, without any one guru, without any one religion. The largest satsang of our planet happens on my planet every day. 1 billion children sit in one place. The building is built for them. It is financed also. Parents are financing it. The teachers are financing it. The teachers are supporting it with their love and their knowledge. Now, these 1 billion children, they are going to become the prime ministers of the future, the collectors of the future, the workers of the future, the industrialists of the future. They are going to be the candidates. They are going to be the voters. Should they not know about the ocean? Should they not know about the plastic? Should they not know that 120 million tons, we have already thrown plastic into the ocean? Another 20 years and we are going to double this. 240 million tons will go now. We are going to double it. By 2050, as many fish are there, that much plastic will be there by weight. By weight. जितना वजन मछलियों का है उतने वजन का प्लास्टिक समुद्र में होगा. So we are looking at a horrendous future, and our educational system which can cope with this is we can directly teach 1 billion people. If we bring Sagarmitra in Karnataka, if we bring Sagarmitra in Maharashtra, if we bring Sagarmitra in Pune, if we bring Sagarmitra in Devanagere, if we bring it in one school and every child does, not possible. Okay, one classroom and every child does it. In Pune, we did it with 150 children. One school, 150 children. Every child did it. Next year, we had 10,000 children. After that, we had 21,000, then 41,000, then 61,000. Then they collected 3 tons in the year. They got the award, Ocean Hero, Global Award. And now every week, they are collecting 3 tons. When they were 61,000 children, they were collecting 3 tons in the year. Now 250,000 children are collecting 3 tons in the week. Once we spread to Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Gujarat, even if half the people, peninsular India, if we spread into half of India, we'll have the rest of the world looking at this and saying, oh, the children are bringing in 3,000 tons. Oh, the children are bringing in 300 tons. What are the adults doing? Then the adults start looking at the child and we say, oh, if my child is doing it, should I not do it? Now, in one talk of about, 1 hour, how can it be possible to place before you the fact that the 1 billion children are the most important minds on the planet? And for that reason, the teachers who look after these children, the teachers who look after the 1 billion children, some of the teachers are seated here. You are representatives of the millions of teachers who are looking after these 1 billion children. All of you are the pujaris of that temple of learning. So from our Sagarmitra team, our Sashtang Namaskar to you. We are teaching with divine people who are teachers because you bring together 1 billion children on my planet. For us, the most important person on the planet today is the teacher. Only they can decide what can be taught to the children. And when the children are taught this, they are going through the difficult correction of national education policy, scientific temper, spiritual values, community engagement, and global citizenship. So it is our prayer to all the teachers over here. It is our prayer to the government over here. We love all of you. You are Indians. We love all of you because you are from the planet. You are human beings. And we love all the fish and the birds and everything. It is our love for them and our compassion for them which is speaking. We trust that if the children have a Karuna Sagar inside, you teachers are taking care of that Karuna Sagar, no? How much of a Karuna Sagar you are. So can we hold the ocean in our heart? Can we decide that 7 days we will give to this? Bas 7 din. Sagarmitra ke 7 sessions. Don't look upon it. Oh, 7 days we have to spend our life in this. Please come into this with the possibility which is very important. Try to see the impossible as possible in this. Try to see the impossible as possible. We will be able to put all of humanity in the self-discipline. Not a single human being will throw a piece of plastic. We can do it. Try to see the impossible in the possible. Sagarmitra does that. I think I came up to here. I will pause my talk. We have about 15 minutes to 5 o'clock. We can have, you can suggest if we go wrong, you can suggest to us. We are colleagues, we are not teachers. The day on which all the oceans are clean, we will say, all right, now we know how to clean the ocean. We are in the karma where we are together having to learn how do we stop the plastic. My city should not throw plastic in the river. Otherwise it goes to the ocean. We have placed before you a brief idea of the friendship required from us, of the karuna required from us. This is session number 1. Session number 2, I will name it now. Session number 2 is about the oceans. We will go deeper into the ocean. I close my talk for today. Please, if you have any questions, if you have any suggestions or any reflections on this, we would like to hear you. Thank you so much. आप सबको प्रणाम.
Namaskar, sir. Thank you very much. So I am Deputy Commissioner, sir.
Yes. Sir, your name, please.
Gangadhara Swami.
Thank you.
So, ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿ ವಾರ ಇರ್ತೇನೆ. So I will speak in Kannada to my all teachers.
Please do.
ಪ್ರತಿ ವಾರ ಇರ್ತೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಇರ್ತೇನೆ ಪ್ರತಿ ವಾರ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಲವಂತ ಇಲ್ಲ ನಾನು. ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಯಾರು ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ಗಳು ನೋಡೋಣ ಯಾರು ತಗೊಂಡು ಇದನ್ನ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಏನೋ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಬೇಡಿ. ನೀವೇನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳು ಕೇಳಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಯು ಆರ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್, ಎನಿ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಬಟ್ somehow we have to take up in our district to eliminate the plastic. ಸೊ ಹನಿ ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಳ್ಳ ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ಚಿಕ್ಕದಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನೀವೇನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗಳಿದ್ರು ನಾನು ಇದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹೆಸಿಟೇಟ್. ಈವನ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಆರ್ unaware, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಹೆಸಿಟೇಟ್. ಎನಿ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್. I will not talk here onwards, sir. Only my teachers and my colleagues will ask the questions.
Right.
I will be there in my. I will be always will be there with this drive.
So just 1 minute. I heard you speaking. I understand that you are trying to say to them that every Saturday somehow make the time for this. Am I
Yes,
right?
every Saturday. Yes, it's already fixed. Every Saturday, 3:30 to 5 o'clock. This is fixed.
So if there are any questions or queries, please ask. After the 5th session, we can start in your schools. You can take this directly. We don't have to come there physically. We will pass on the slideshow to you also. So any of the principals are present here from different schools. So we would like you to speak about, one of the principals to speak about, what do you think about this project for your school? Do you think it is necessary to
Even
teach
if
the
you don't know the English or Hindi, don't hesitate. You can ask in Kannada. We will translate and we will let you know.
Yeah.
ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ನಿಮಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಹಿಂದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿ, ನಾವ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ಫೀರಿಯಾರಿಟಿ ಕಾಂಪ್ಲೆಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬಿಡಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾರು ಕೂಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು, ಕನ್ನಡ ಹಿಂದಿಯನ್ನ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಗೊತ್ತಾಯ್ತಾ? ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯೋ ನೀವು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲೇ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. ನಾವು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ.
I am Asha from Attikere High School. Sir has given an order that we have to make a session for the children to say about plastic nammadondu ayilu seve. It's a in English we say that to remove plastic there is a from a squirrel, like how squirrel will do in the Ramayana, like it is a seva from our children. We did it in our school, and we have told our children, we made a project in our school that one day, like how to be away from the plastic in our school first. So there is a proverb in Kannada, Manegettu Marugillu. So what first we have to clean our home, then to our area. So we started from our school. On that day we have we teachers spoke about how to be away from the plastic, what are the hazards of the plastic, and what are the problems from the plastic. We have told to children, and we have already told them that they should bring the plastic to our school and we will collect in the bag. And sir, I want to know when and who will collect the plastic from district place. Sir has told that he will send some fellows to collect the plastic. Please let me know, sir, how to segregate it or how to away from it from our school. We are collecting it in our school.
Yes, it's very good, excellent and fantastic, madam. Thank you very much.
Sir, I didn't bring the photographs. Next week, sure, I'll bring the photographs. Sir, Attigere High School.
Excellent, excellent.
From Davangere South.
ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೇನೆ ಅತ್ತಿಗೆರೆ ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
ಸೊ ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ನಮ್ದು ವೆಹಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇದಾವೆ, ನಾವು ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತಿಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಗ್ರಾಮ ಪಂಚಾಯತಿ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷರಿಗೆ ಮತ್ತೆ PDOs ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಭಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಿದಾವೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ PDOs ನ ಪಿಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ಅವರು ಪಿಕಪ್ ಮಾಡೋದನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತೂಕ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಳತೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಚೀಲಗಳು ಬಂದಿದಾವಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಬಿಸಿ ಊಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಚೀಲಗಳು ಬಂದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಚೀಲಗಳಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಹಾಕಿ ಇಡಿ. ನಿಮಗ್ ಚೀಲ ಅದು ವಾಪಸ್ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಿಸ್ತೇವೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೇವೆ. ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ULBಗಳಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾವು ಮತ್ತೆ DDP ಅವರು ಸೇರಿ. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸೊ ತಾಲೂಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಈಗ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಸಿಟಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ತಾಲೂಕ್ ವೈಸ್ ಒಂದು ವಾಟ್ಸ್ಆಪ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ನ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಸೋಮವಾರದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು
ಸರ್. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ, ನಾನ್ ಮಮತಾ ನಾಗರಾಜ್ ಅಂತ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆಯಿಂದ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಹಳೆ ಪೇಪರ್ನವ್ರು ತಗೋತಾರೆ, ಹಳೆ ಪೇಪರ್ ರದ್ದಿನವ್ರು ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಈ ಸಣ್ಣ ಸಣ್ಣ ಗುಟ್ಕಾ ಪಾಕೆಟ್ ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ, ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ದಷ್ಟೇ ಸರ್.
ನೀವು ಅವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್. ನಾವು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಸ್ಪೋಸ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ರೀಸೈಕ್ಲರ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಕರ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ. ರೀಸೈಕ್ಲರ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ್ದು ಮಾರಾಟಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೀಸೈಕಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಯಾವ್ದು ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಗುಟ್ಕಾ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ಸ್, ಕೆಲವೆಲ್ಲ ಇದು ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಯೂಸೇಜ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಯೂಸೇಜ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್, ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಯೂಸೇಜ್ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, SUP ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೇವೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರೀಸ್, ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ ಅವರು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವು ಕಂಪನಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಟೈಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಕಳಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ, ಸಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಟೈಅಪ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ. ಎಲ್ಲಿ
ರಸ್ತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿರ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ ಸರ್, ಇವರು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ
ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಡಿ ಮೇಡಮ್, ನೀವು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವಾಗ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ರಸ್ತೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ
ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ ಜಾಬ್ ಇಷ್ಟೇ. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ಮಕ್ಳು ತಂದು ಕೊಡೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿ.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಳು ಸ್ಕೂಲಿಗೆ ಹೋಗೋರು ಯಾರು ಇಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್? ಈ ನಮ್ಮ
Can I speak for a minute here, please?
ಈಗ ನಾವು ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಫೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈಗ ದಾವಣಗೆರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡೆಲ್ ವಾರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾವು ಡಿಕ್ಲೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ. ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ನಾವು
ಪರಿವರ್ತನಾ ವೇದಿಕೆ ಸರ್, ನಾನು
ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಈಗ ಮೊದಲು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಟಾರ್ಗೆಟ್ ಇರೋದು, ಡಿವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ ದಯಮಾಡಿ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಮನವಿ ಮಾಡೋದು, ನಾವು ಈಗ ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಹೋಗೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸ್ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಸಿಟಿ ಕಾರ್ಪೊರೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಈ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಹೊಂದಿಸಿ ನಾವು ದಾವಣಗೆರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 25 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಇದೆ. ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡೋರು, ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯನ್ನ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥವ್ರು 2,000 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಮ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಪೌರ ಕಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಸೇರಿ 25 ಲಕ್ಷ ಜನಸಂಖ್ಯೆದ್ದು 2,000 ಜನ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಬೀದಿಗೆ ಹಾಕಂತ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯವೇ? ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ಗಳಿಂದ ಮನೆಯಿಂದ ತಂದ್ಕೊಡೋದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ತರ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕಿದು. ಹನಿ ಹನಿ ಕುಡಿದ್ರೆ ಹಳ್ಳ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಏನೋ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ, ಒಂದು ಸಾಗರೋಪಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಶುರು ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ವಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ. 6 ವಾರ ನಾವು ಇದಾದ ನಂತರ ದೆನ್ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಬಿಗ್ಗರ್ ಇವೆಂಟ್.
ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಹುಡುಗರಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಅವೇರ್ನೆಸ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್. ಅವ್ರು ಎಲ್ ಬೇಕಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ಪಾಕೆಟ್ಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ತಾರೆ.
ಡಿವಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗದ್ ಬೇಡಿ, ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಕೊಡಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಸರ್.
ಆಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕೊಡಬಹುದು. ಈಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಏನಿದೆ ಮೋಟಿವ್ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿವಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್.
As we come towards a closure, I sort of understood what you are saying, ma'am, and really great efforts are being done by people. When we come there, we'll also understand and learn some things which are being done in some schools and colleges. Excellent work is being done. The other part I heard is there will be some ward which will be the ideal ward, and then after concentrating on that, we can then expand the knowledge to the others. Your suggestion about including colleges, I think that will be, as Sir said, DC Sir said, that will be a deviation. Actually, let us complete the schools first. At the same time, there are many questions coming in which the children will not be looking at those questions. So initially, as educationists, because this is about teachers training, we have to look at the world of plastic which the children face. They don't see all the things that we do. So they see the plastic at home. So our program initially has to be for the world of plastics as seen by the children. So we have done a detailed study of this, and in the field we have worked for 14 years with now 300,000 children. So many of the questions step outside the boundary of the children's questions. So initially we want to create some schools which will be doing Sagarmitra ideally. Our experience. After 12 years of doing Sagarmitra till some global awards came, after that the villages are calling us, the colleges are calling us, the district commissioners are calling us, the divisional commissioners are calling us, but on the basis of what we achieved in the schools. In the school, irreversible change in the human being can happen. In the adults, they take it and leave it, The adults cannot be trusted to be completely disciplined. So the discipline change is happening in the schools and not even in the colleges. We tried with colleges from the year 2011, and then we decided that till we make this successful in schools, a disciplined effort with tons of plastic will not be seen. Schools are very important. So we should focus on the schools. We are here for these 7 days to focus on the school program. Yes, there will be questions we will take about the college program, about the village program. Yes, we will do that. But in our proposal to the DC, what we have written is that these 7 days are about the teachers training for the school teaching. So we will focus on that initially. Yes, in the 3rd and 4th and 5th sessions, we will take other questions outside of the school also. Because you are citizens, you have an adult point of view. You may think about many things like why is plastic not being banned? We can talk about it. We have 7 sessions over which we can do. I think we are now almost at 5 o'clock. If we can continue in the next session now. Are we closing at 5 o'clock, sir? So if we close at 5 o'clock, we close with a prayer, which we say a small prayer of few lines. So can we close with a prayer now? We cannot hear you. Your mic is closed,
नमस्कार, मैं डॉक्टर मंजप्पा जी, हाई स्कूल हेडमास्टर, गवर्नमेंट हाई स्कूल हूविनमಡು दावणಗೆರೆ साउथ। जो सागर मित्र योजना है, ये आने वाले भविष्य के लिए, पृथ्वी की रक्षा के लिए बहुत उपयोगी योजना है और हमारे सबका जिम्मेदारी भी है। हम हमारे पाठशाला में और हमारे परिसर में जो ज्वार का मक्का से जो थैली मिलती है, वो थैली को हम इको क्लब की तरफ से सभी बच्चों को इस्तेमाल करने के लिए हम दिए हैं। और प्लास्टिक के बदले जो थैली है, ज्वार का जो मक्का जो थैली मिलती है, उसका रीयूज करने के लिए होता है, इसलिए ये यूज कर रहे हैं। हमारी समस्या ये है कि जो पीने का जो बोतल है, वो बोतल प्लास्टिक में ही मिलता है। जो प्रोग्राम बनाते हैं, हर जो प्रोग्राम के समय वो पीने का बोतल जो पानी जो लाते हैं, इसके बदले क्या यूज कर सकते हैं? कृपया आप सलाह मांगते हैं आपसे। नमस्कार।
So for the principals who are actually working in schools, in this week, because we are going to meet after a week, the small attempt should be to inform the children in the assembly in 3-4 minutes that program like Sagarmitra is going to start after 1 month. And when it will begin, they should all have steel bottles at least. So if the students are very poor, don't force them, give them 1 year to get the steel bottle, but they should change over to steel bottles. I heard you speaking about that. And all of us also, when we come for the meeting or any other place, not this meeting, any other place, we have to switch over to steel bottles. More and more people should see that we are not using plastic bottles at all. That is one point change. There are many questions, but everyone has to undergo some one change. Then next month, some new change to that. Next month, a third change. Next month, a fourth change. Sagarmitra sort of takes these changes one at a time and builds a culture in which we get educated and we go into the culture of saving the ocean. So we are at 5 o'clock. We can wait. I from the Sagarmitra team can wait. With me is Vishal Sonkul from Jalgaon. He can wait. We have a young project manager named Onkar who is with us. They can wait. If you want to close the meeting, we usually close with a prayer. Very simple prayer is there. Are we closing the meeting, sir?
ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಮತ್ತೆ?
ಸರ್ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ಕೊಟ್ರೇಶ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ DD5 ದಾವಣಗೆರೆ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ವಿನಂತಿ, ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಶಾಲೆಗಳಿಂದ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪ್ರತಿಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಮಾನ್ಯ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳ ಆಶಯದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಆದೇಶ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ನಮಗೆ ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ನಾನು ಆಶಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜವಾಬ್ದಾರಿ ಇದೆ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಥಾನದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಪರಿಸರ ನಿರ್ಮಾಣ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು. ನಮ್ಮ ರಸ್ತೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಬಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೊಂದು ರೀತಿ ಬಹಳ ಶೇಮ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಸರ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಬೀದಿಗಿಳಿದವನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕೇನೋ ಅಂತ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಡರ್ಟಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅದ್ರ ಆರೋಗ್ಯದ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಜಿಲ್ಲಾಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಮುಂದೆ. ಅದು ನಮ್ಮ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಏನಿದೆ, ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ, ನಾನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೋದಲ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಶಾಲೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ತಾವು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಆಫ್ಲೈನ್ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಇದೆ ಸರ್, ಏನೇ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ನಾನು ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿತ್ತು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ, ಬೀದಿಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾರ್ಸಕ್ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು ತುಂಬಾ ವಿರೋಧವನ್ನು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇಡ, ಅವ್ರ ಮನೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು ಅವ್ರು ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ ಅಂತ ತರಲಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತ ಏನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಗ್ಗಳಿದಾವೆ, ಹಾಲಿನ ಪುಡಿ, ಹಾಲಿನ ಪ್ಯಾಕೆಟ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಂತರ ಬಿಸಿ ಊಟದ ಅಕ್ಕಿ ಚೀಲಗಳು ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದ್ಸರಿ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನೀವು ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಎಜುಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಕಳೆದ 8-10 ದಿವಸದಿಂದ ಯಾವುದೇ ಶಾಲೆಗೆ ಹೋದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ 2 ನಿಮಿಷ ಹೇಳಿ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ, ಬಹಳ ಖುಷಿ ಪಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇವತ್ತು ಜಗಳೂರು ತಾಲೂಕಿಂದ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಬಂತು, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಾಟಲ್ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ನೀವು ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಗಳೂರು ತಾಲೂಕಿಂದ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ತಾಲೂಕು ಒಂದರಾದ್ರೆ ಬಹಳ ಇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಾಲೂಕು ವೈಸ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಒಂದೇ ಫೋಟೋ ಸರ್, ಡೇಟ್, ಶಾಲೆ ಹೆಸರು ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ ಲೀಸ್ಟ್ ಇದಾಗಿದ್ದಂತೆ ಉಳಿದವ್ರು ಇನ್ಸ್ಪೈರ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಹೆಡ್ ಮಾಸ್ಟರ್ಗಳು, ನೀವು ಅಸಿಸ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಎಜುಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ, SDM ಸರ್ ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇದಂತ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಂಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಉದಯ್ ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಅವರೆಲ್ಲ ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ, LIS ಆಫೀಸರ್, ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಕೆಲಸ. ನಾನು ಇನ್ನು 10 months ರಿಟೈರ್ಡ್ ಆಗ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕೈ ಜೋಡಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಮಾಡೋಣ, ಪರಿಸರ ಉಳಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ದು ನಿಮ್ದು ಒಂದು ಅಳಿದು ಸೇವೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅಳಿದು ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬದ್ಧವಾಗಿರೋಣ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. ಇದು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಆದೇಶ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಇದು ಆಶಯ, ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ವಿನಂತಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀನಿ. ವಿನಂತಿ ಮೇರೆಗೆ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸರ್.
Thank you very much. If you are closing, shall I close with a prayer, sir?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for completing this first session of this webinar series of 7. So it's a really wonderful session, and we have learned a lot, and we'll be cooperating in future as per our DC's wishes also. I think we'll try to make it a big success in the audience. So thank you so much. So you can close your thoughts.
Thank you. I think we are officially closing this. A very small prayer. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Maitri Maitri Maitri. Om Kranti Kranti Utkranti. Om. Let us try always to see that the impossible is possible. Thank you so much. Pranam to all. Pranam to all.
ಮುಂದಿನ ಶನಿವಾರ ಮತ್ತೆ ಇದೇ ಟೈಮ್ 3:30 ಬರ್ಬೇಕು.
6 ವಾರ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, 7ನೇ ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ.
Namaskar, I'll take my leave now. Thank you so much.
ಸರ್
ನಮ್ಮ ಲೆಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕ್ತಿರ್ತೀನಿ. ನಾನು ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ